Last week on Azeroth Morning Radio, Cash came up with an idea for a playstyle that sounded like a lot of fun. It's similar in some ways to other self-found challenges, but where it's different is in the execution. You pick specific targets, you scout them out, you stay in the shadows, you think tactically, then you take them out. Other rules to this playstyle is that there's no flying. You don't set your hearthstone anywhere. When you log out at the end of the day, you log out outside in the wilderness. And as I said before, it's entirely self-found. My first two targets were Morgaine the Sly for her boots, and Hogger, of course. A way to prove I could handle the contracts with basic startup gear. Now, in all honesty, because the game naturally nudged me towards Dragon Isles early on, I did take a quick detour just to grab a couple of trinkets to round out my kit. I didn't fly. Came back, scouted my targets, took them out. This is Operation Ghost. Target log, Morbent Fel. I started this leg of the contract in Duskwood, heading toward Apprentice Fess. Riding through these dark roads honestly reminded me a lot of my time playing vanilla, which felt incredible. The way the lighting hit the road, the sound of the wind through the trees, all of it's deeply reminiscent of how the game used to feel. And I hadn't done this specific quest line in a very long time. Once I reached Apprentice Fess, he tasked me with getting some rotweed and checking out a freshly dug grave. To keep things moving, I've sped up the tracking process here. As a ghost operative, it's all about navigating the terrain cleanly, getting the regents of the local undead, and making my way to the primary objective without leaving a trace. But things don't always go according to plan. As soon as I inspected the grave, I was attacked. Knocked out. Perpetrator took off into the woods. With the area compromised, I got the last of the rotweed and made my way towards Apprentice Fess. With the ingredients secured, I turned in the contract, grabbed my rewards, and hit the road again. It's a bit of a trek up to Raven Hill, but watching the mist roll across the trails is half the fun of a slow-paced run. And yes, I sped up the film a little bit just to keep things on pace. My contact here was Master Harris. He took the rotweed I gathered and brewed it down into a specialized sedative. There's a local named Sven Jorgen living on a nearby farm who was losing his mind to a fever. My objective? Cross the road, track down Jorgen, and inject him with the potion to calm him down. Along the way, I spoke with Sister Elsington and Jitters. The sister wanted me to relieve some forlorn spirits, that were on the farm where Jorgen was staying. So I took that contract as well. For some reason, the object I was given didn't work the first time. So I got a little stuck there. Once inside the barn, I just waited. Jorgen attacked me. We headed out. But I got the injection into him safely. Got him calmed down and secured. The lighting in Duskwood really is on peak. I love it out here. Perfect for sneaking around in. I turned in the contracts. As you can see, I gained a level. And then we learned what happened with Jorgen and Jitters and what exactly was going on. Jitters, being the coward that he is, abandoned Jorgen, who then contracted the Worgen curse. Personally, I probably would have tore Jitters apart, but that's just me. I took on a new contract. Find a relic to lower a shield around the Lich, Morbent Fel, and take him out. Hopefully bring some peace to those living in Raven Hill. Now, full disclosure, Operation Ghost hit a bit of a technical snag here. I paused my recording to take care of some stuff really quickly, and then completely forgot to unpause it. I was already well on my way into the crypt before I noticed, as I say on the screen. My bad. I spliced the pieces together, but hey, That's the reality of the digital world. Technical hiccups aside, I stealthed my way deeper into the crypts, searching for the remaining pieces of this relic. Stonework eventually gives way to this tight tunnel full of overgrown roots. For a Harrenir-like deck, this is where the environment really starts to feel like home. Shadows are tighter, footing is familiar. This is a perfect terrain for a ghost to disappear into. I don't know why I decided to fight every creature I could, but here we are. I found the last clue and I head further into the tunnel. Getting a clean shot at the target required some patience. Every time I reached the area, another adventurer had already compromised the area and took it down. After a few tactical rewinds and waiting out the respawn, I finally got my window. The relic stripped his defenses, and my blades did the rest. I was very thankful those ghouls in the background hadn't noticed me, or didn't care. With Fel neutralized, I returned to the surface to turn in the final contract. Sister Ellington also handed me another contract, or a note, to head into northern Stranglethorn to the rebel camp. Something about a Captain Curzon. Stranglethorn Vale it is. Thanks for watching. Tune in for episode 2. Take care.